It's the only person below White Holiday in the Comicsgate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sameti. The YouTube WyzGyz. How you doing, Conrad? Welcome to the show.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to WyzGyzEntertainment. This is your host, Wyman. We are joined today by our special honorable guest, 8 Shinobi, or 8-Bit Shinobi.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
How are you? How have you been, man? It's been a little bit.
Oh, I've been so tired. It's like one meeting after another. Like, it's been crazy busy.
Yeah, I bet you've been crazy busy, especially since the needing to reschedule the Ottawa VCON.
Yeah, we're just had like a lot of setbacks, and I'm like, okay, let's push it back, come back with a fresh plan, and just work on getting that email list out, and we're hoping for the best for the next go around.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry. It feels like I got a piece of dust in my throat.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you'd be comfortable sharing it, but did you want to go into any details to what some of the setbacks were, or is it just all in the past?
We had a couple of trolls that were messing with us, and we had issues with like sponsors cutting out because of that. So now I'm left having to cover everything. So I'm like, well, I really need to focus on like a reset, and hopefully being able to get the finances that when trolls come at me, I can actually take action against them.
So was it just basically people who simply weren't interested in something fun happening, like a virtual con? Were they people who had some gripe against arcade games, or?
I think they're just a bunch of guys that get their jollies off of harassing people and then getting them pissed off enough that they start, losing it on them, and then saying, oh, we're the victims, watch my hit piece video. So that's what they were. They threatened to do a hit piece video on me.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's the whole story behind it. They keep on playing the victims, but I'm like, well, you're the guys that every time I block you, you come behind the block because you respond to my post. So I know that you're stalking me for.
Yeah, with all these alt accounts.
Yeah, I'm like, you think people would have something better to do?
Yeah, you would think. I don't understand people sometimes. It's like, it's such a exhaustive waste of time. When you could be contributing to society and, making something or providing a service for people. And here they are wasting their time trying to bother and stress others out. Let's see.
It was just like one thing after another, and I also like needed like a reset. Like it was just like I was going through a lot. I'm like, I need to take a break from this. So.
Did you, speaking of taking a break, did that also mean you guys took a break from building the arcade cabinets and put a hold on?
Well, they're already built. We have like 3 units left out of 7.
Ooh, so they're proving pretty popular.
Yeah, and I'm talking to this one guy. He basically he basically finds people that has like certain machines, and then he knows buyers. So he's like, okay, buddy, I'll help you get rid of your stuff, but I'll take a cut.
Hmm.
So he's hooking us up with some machines. So we're hoping to get the money together for everything to get our machines in order and to get our money for the event. So not only are we gonna get like rare machines from him and some of the new pinballs, like Rick and Morty and the Avengers Infinity Quest. Those games are so awesome. Like unlike the older pinballs, that you can actually upload the new code, which gives you new gameplay options, which I think is pretty cool because then it's always fresh.
Very sweet.
So we talked to them and we said, well, we sell custom arcade cabinets. So they're like, oh, we know some buyers, so we're pushing that way.
Okay.
And they're really sweet. Like I was testing them out and we were playing I was playing like X-Men, the old X-Men for the Sega game. I was playing that. I was playing Captain America and the Avengers, Battletoads, and then we finished off playing the Punisher game, which is pretty cool.
Now, aren't all of those side scrollers? Well, it's kind of
it's like beat 'em ups.
What was that?
Like beat 'em ups? They're like beat 'em ups. You go from one side to the other.
Like Double Dragon or Teenage.
Yeah, like that. The Punisher is really unique because you get to use the guns you pick up too. So
okay, all right. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I'm just doing a little further promotion here. There were a couple areas I forgot to post to. So, excuse me. So now, is this new contact like someone that is selling you these pinball and arcade games, or are they loaning them to you, or?
Where they're selling it to us.
Uh-huh.
We went that route is because they're really hard to find, and I'm like, plus I like to get them off of one guy, and he makes me money, and I make him money.
Yeah. So is it are you getting some really good deals?
Yeah, it was a pretty good deal on that Rick and Morty because it's like they only made so many copies and they're not making anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have been charging 20 to 30,000. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you can get a retro thing that's in good condition for less than that.
Wow, holy moly.
Yeah. But the side to that is there's not very many people that have it. But I wouldn't pay an arm and a leg for that.
Excuse me. Let's see. Excuse me. Let's see. I'm doing a little promotion. Feel free to talk about anything.
All right. Oh, we also got some new games for sale at our store. They just came in. I got my SNK stuff. So Metal Slug XX, the
Ooh.
special edition one.
Hold on. Let me make you big screen. Oh wow! Isn't that like anime manga style gaming? Or
Kind of. It almost reminds me of like Contra. You go from one side of the screen to the other, and you get power ups. And every time you take one hit, you die.
But one hit.
Yeah, this one's like it, but it's because it's a newer game. you get like almost infinite lives on it. So I got this one. I got the Samurai Showdown.
Samurai Showdown.
Yeah, it's like the whole collection.
What? The whole collection?
Yeah, it's got like the whole collection. It's got like
Damn.
what it has in here, but it has like all like the collector's edition have like extra stuff in them.
So what platform is that made for? Like
PS4 limited run usually does PS4 or was it the Switch?
What?
I think they just started doing Xbox. They're going to be doing Xbox next, which will be great. So we hope to eventually get more of those games available for everyone because they're really neat and rare. Like they only make like 2,000 copies, and then after that, they don't make no more.
Dang. So Sega's making games for all the major platforms, including Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 or 5. And
oh no, they're a third party company called Limited Run. So normally these games are only available via digital.
All right.
And let's just say for the next console, like, with the PS3, the people that have downloaded their games, once they lost it. They couldn't re-download it again. That's where Limited Run comes in. They print off the digital copy. And what I love about them, I know they're on the pricier side because it's more of like a collectible thing. But the good thing about it is because it's collectible, you buy it, you don't lose the value of it. It goes up. So like I paid let's just say I paid 50, it's now 100.
Uh-huh.
The collectors, if I pay about 100, it goes for 200 and up, depending on what you get.
Holy moly. You get.
Yeah, so it holds its value. So if you think about it, it's an investment. So I know there's a lot of collectors out there, and I'm like, I know it's pricey, but like I swear by them. I've bought so many games from Limited Run, and they actually give you like they print out the little booklets and stuff, and you get little cards in your game packet. So yeah, you get them like if I didn't want to open these and keep the value up,
Right.
the card give you, they come in the package, so you don't need to open it. So you open up the package, it comes with the little card, and then you get like a poster with all their games that they have available. So I highly recommend for gamers out there to check it out. Like check out what they have, and if there's something you want, buy it. Because like once it runs out of stock, the price is up, but you never detract the value of it because it's a collector's, and that's the good thing about it.
So what? They have a public website or something? A website you can order this stuff directly from?
Yeah, limited run.
Wow. What a trip. Did you buy yourself like a copy to sell on your online store and then another copy for you to open up and
Yeah, we bought like the regular copy, and then we bought like the special edition copy. And like I saw the prices for some of them. We try to hit the middle ground of the prices. Look at them. So we just got Samurai Jack in. I got the edition, but I have the I also have for sale the special edition one that comes with the statue. It comes with a whole bunch of cool things like the sword. It's like a letter opener.
Oh, okay. All right. Wow. I forgot they made a game on Samurai Jack.
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I've been playing it. You can check that out on my YouTube channel, 8-Bit Shinobi. I've done some gameplay. It is a lot of fun. Like,
nice.
What I like about it is you could customize the character. Like Like you don't have to have the sword around. You could go around with like a pike or there's all different weapons that you could pick up. There's also the droids, the beetle droids. You can get like their huge tentacles and then use it as like a scythe. So yeah, there's a lot of that's why I like the game. I'm like, it's not like the Samurai Jack where he just has a sword. There's other things that you could do with it.
Mm-hmm. Welcome, El Gargoyle. Thanks for the eggplant. Welcome, Not My Monkeys, Not My Circus. Hi, sirs. Some hellos. Not My Monkey says, cool face furniture, Shinobi.
Oh, thank you.
El Gargoyle is saying, am I getting this straight? Canadians are calling this Middle Eastern gentleman with a high-pitched voice white supremacist? I think they're commenting on the trolls. Excuse me.
Well, they would have that wrong. I'm Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Yeah, man.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, my dad. He talks. He can turn it on and off.
I know you told me before, but I've forgotten since. Are you part Caribbean?
Yeah, half. My dad's side's Caribbean. My mom's side is Portuguese, so she has a ghost.
Oh wow, what a mix!
Yeah. And my kids are quarter, so
they're a quarter Caribbean, and
yeah, a quarter Portuguese, and then a quarter French Canadian, and a quarter Lebanese.
Wow, what a mix!
Yeah,
that's a trip.
Yeah.
Do they look more like you or more like their mother?
Oh, they have my dark complexion, but they're bitter. So a lot of people look at the kid. They're like, that doesn't really. The kid doesn't have that skin complexion. What's going on there? I'm like, don't get it. Like when I was really young, I was pretty much almost white. Then I got like darker the older I got. And then some of my uncles, they're like, they have like the really dark complexion.
And spend a lot of time out in the sun getting suntan, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with Anna, aka that Star Wars girl.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
She's Portuguese.
Oh, nice.
She often talks about on the streams that Portuguese are known for growing a lot of hair. So even the women spend a lot of time shaving.
Yeah, I also find that they're very friendly. Like cousins that I met, like I just met them once, like super friendly.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Not My Monkey says, I'm reaching for Shenmue. I think that's the one that made or was probably the most popular game on the Sega Dreamcast, if I remember. The one that looked so realistic for its time.
Oh yeah, the Dreamcast was amazing. Like they were leaps and bounds ahead of the competition, and I'm like, if only. Like imagine if Sega was still around making the console. I think they'd be better than PlayStation 5 and the Xbox X or whatever it's called now. I lose track.
The old ball and chain.
Yeah.
Xbox.
But you know what? I like all the systems. I want to get my hands on as many as possible, and I want to make sure to like give everyone that wants to do rentals through us or comes to our place when we open. We want to give them a lot of options on different games, and we're trying to get as many different games as possible.
Mm-hmm.
We got like a lot of cool things. Like I also have the mini console right here.
Oh, the mini one.
Yeah,
The
so
mini,
this one is actually better than the one on the market. It's longer. It's a lot longer.
oh, good.
Usually
Long cords.
buy the extension for this, but what's also nice about this is we programmed they come preloaded, so we got like arcade games on here too, and every single system. So when these, you're getting more than that. People always say, oh, it's more expensive, blah blah blah, they're cheaper, but these comes with all the games, very easy to use menu. I don't have to constantly go reset every time I want to do a new game. i
Oh,
we programmed it. You hit these two buttons, I play a different game. If I'm tired of a game, go back, play a different game.
that's the way to do it. Something like that. That's a better solution, I think.
Yeah,
So,
and there's also the save states and stuff. So it's really cool, especially with the arcade. We were going for like a lot of people were like, well, the big arcade is too big. So I'm like, well, with the little one, they're able to have the same games but on a smaller scale. So if they ever at any point said, well, we want to upgrade to a cabinet, we'd be like, okay, we deduct the price of what it costs for this, and then we just make the cabinet, and then you plug the board into the arcade because it's the same board that goes in here.
oh my gosh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a trip.
Yeah,
What
it's
a neat
really
idea.
cool. Like playing all the old games on an arcade. I thought it was so much more fun. Like playing especially the beat 'em ups, like Streets of Rage. I love playing Streets of Rage. I'm like playing them on the arcade is so much fun. And we also got the glow in the dark buttons, which is really cool, especially if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
playing in the dark.
Nice.
It lights up. And we put in a little extra. It has wheels on the bottom. So you want to move that thing around your house, you can move it anywhere.
Oh,
If
man.
you want to
Gee.
make room for something, unlock the wheels and then move it around.
Wow. That is sweet. I definitely want to get one of those one of these days.
Oh yeah, it'll be worth every penny, man. Like
Well, yeah, first off, I need the money. And second off, I need the space.
yeah.
Yeah, Shenmue was, if I remember correctly, the one game where you play as the main character, and it was so detailed. It looked realistic. It had weather elements, and they had such attention in detail. You could do something as simple, or I mean, something as mundane as putting a coin into a vending machine, and out pops a can of soda.
Oh, nice.
Um, let's see here. And Joe Frago says, "What's up, friends? Good to have you, Joe."
Hey, Joe.
Not My Monkey says, "What are we drinking tonight, Joe?" Not My Monkey says, "The only one I missed was GameCube." Yeah, I think that's one of my daughter's favorite systems, the GameCube.
Yeah, the GameCube was pretty cool.
Joe's got to get up at 3, is sipping on mango juice. Oh, I love mango juice. Not My Monkeys even had a 3DO. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I skipped that system. Ah, shame. I'm in a nice Shiraz. Cleaning the glasses. Shenmue was the dog's bullocks. Okay. Oh, man. By the way, for anyone who hasn't, be sure to register for Ottawa VCON, a virtual comic and gaming and arcade convention. It's all online. It's got this snazzy interface. You can either sign up to register for it and be an attendee and partake in all the festivities and all the great stuff available for sale, or you can even consider renting a table and be one of the vendors there. And
Yeah, we got a lot of cool vendors signing up. We're talking to a comic store that has comics and cards. So we've been looking for that for a while. So we're hoping to sign up for them. We're also trying to talk to another card company that's really big on tournaments. We're hoping that we could host the tournaments. That's what we're trying for, because it'd be really cool to get those going. It's actually very simple. Like you just rig up your little webcam, like we did that, and you can get like a downward things, or you could just do the very awkward thing of taking your camera like this and be like, okay, I set this here, there. But you can get as creative as you want. Like you just rig up something together and make like your own little thing, or you could buy the little stand. It's like, I got my selfie stick that has a stand. It was like $10.
All right, nice.
I really like it because it's really good for like the games. We did like we did some zombie dice, and I wanted to experiment with like board games. So
nice.
Yeah, I'm pushing. I really want a lot of fun activities going on.
You know how there are, with the aftermath of COVID and so many comic shops closing down, and there were a lot of comic shops that, if they hadn't already, they were starting to diversify more, and a lot of them got into the trading card thing and hosting tournaments and stuff. Have you thought about maybe reaching out to these local comic shops and gaming shops and seeing if they would like to have a partnership where they're involved as well?
Yeah, I reached out to as many as possible. I've only heard back from like a few. Really hoping to hear back from one, but like one guy says, yeah, they're interested. So I'm hoping they say yes. And we're giving like a little like incentive. So if people actually buy the table, we give them a little extra, for their bang for their buck. We advertise on their Facebook of their company and all that, and then put all their stuff. But I'm also a little bit lenient because I know a lot of people don't have money. So we're like, well, if you promote for us on social media, we'll give you a free spot, just so that we could have those people.
All right. Yeah, wheeling and dealing.
Yeah, well, I'm all about strategy,
Yeah, I mean, you gotta figure out what works and what doesn't. And
yeah, plus someone else's social media is like the best advertisement out there. So because I know these stores will have their own fan base if they promote for me on their media platforms, and I know that they have their base that are potentially coming.
Indeed. So let's see. So in the midst of preparing and planning for Ottawa VCON, you're also acquiring new machines, pinball and arcade.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for. We're like I said, I want everyone to have like the best experience when they come. I want people to say, I've never seen that game before. I've been wanting to play this game. Like, I've played that as a kid, but I don't see it anymore. Like, we're looking at some wild games. Like, I found this one game, and it was featured on Angry Video Game Nerd, where it's a racing game that's also a shooting game at the same time.
What is it?
It's
Hmm.
called Lucky and Wild, and there's
Oh,
there, and then you got the driving thing. So
yeah.
get as creative as you want with that game. One person could do the two guns, and the other one does the driving.
Mm.
And, multitask and drive and shoot.
Yeah, that was a full blown out sit down arcade game, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we're looking at like creative games like that. Like we already have this one called Battle Shark, where it's actually like a submarine. You
Uh,
have the periscope thing. The trigger is on the periscope, so you look it through the periscope and shooting down all the enemies. So
yeah,
it's like a shooter game, but it's like a different. It's different. Like there's a lot of cool Japanese things that you see, and they're like, oh my god, I've never seen this before, and it's like it's so unique.
Battleshock sounds familiar. I remember a game similar to that involved having a periscope as your controller with the triggers, but I don't remember if it was that same title. And Not My Monkey says, I even had a Neo Geo machine at home in the 90s. Misspent youth. Dang. You got a lot of the machines I never got. I'm looking for a Chase HQ arcade machine at the moment. Have you come across one of those? Chase HQ?
I haven't seen one, but the best thing to do is join a group. Someone will know where they are. And what I like about the group is, let's just say someone says, "Oh, I have this machine for X amount of money." I say, "Guys, what's the value of this thing?" And they'll tell you, because some people inflate the prices.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Especially once they realize that you want it bad.
Some are also cool, especially if you buy more than one. I bought like a bunch, and I got a little bit of a deal on them, so
Nice.
gotta pick those suckers up.
Well, now the big question is, where on earth do you store all of this stuff? Since you don't yet have the arcade bar uh, property purchased yet or leased out, do you? Have you?
We have like some potentials. We just need to get our financing in order. I have an appointment with the bank on Friday, and I hope they say yes.
Oh, good luck on that.
Oh, thanks, man. I've been like one appointment after the other. I've been like, I got frustrated at someone. I'm like, damn it, the numbers are there in black and white. Are you blind?
You need uh, tables of all the numbers. You need
Oh, I
flow
have it
charts.
like broken down, like my analysis even goes down to every detail. Like it says, this is the price, this is how much it cost for the item, and this is how much we're charging, this is how many units we have, this is how many days, times this by that. I'm like, that just like gives me over the amount I put on paper. And I said plus, we came close to that, but we weren't able to get our units out quickly enough. But we made half of that. And I'm like, if we came close to that, that should be enough. But they didn't seem to care. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I've been told that when you put these numbers on a plan, you go by what your sales are. And we were like there. I'm like, if we were able to meet our demand, we would have hit those numbers. But we got really close to it, which I think that does go to show, and that I'm hitting the pavement everywhere. Like I'm like even advocating. We've done like a sit down with one business guy and some members of government. So I've joined the table. And I sat down there. I said, I represent the gaming community and the nerd community, and we're all small and we don't hit any of those funding things. And some of us have been around. Some of those people have been around forever, and they help the community. Like my buddy Rob from Leisure Park, he has so many things. Like he'll let people come in and bring their collectibles to his store and sell them off, and he'll just take like a cut out of it, and it gives people a chance to sell their collectibles. And he has collectibles that you can't find anywhere else.
Nice.
We got a lot of cool things in Ottawa, and it'd be sad to see them go. And we're hoping to fill that void, because a lot of places are still not able to open. So that's why we mobilized, and we're hoping to get some people playing these things, because they're pretty cool.
Is Ottawa kind of having a similar situation to us in the States, where arcade centers are kind of dying? They're kind of few and far between, and comic book stores are struggling, and many of them have closed down.
We were like, before, we had a strong presence in the gaming. We had a lot of gaming, but I'm starting to see with the lockdown measures that I'm pretty sure they're going to close. A lot of places have been around for a while close. We have quite a bit of comic book stores. I'm seeing some of them like go the way of the dinosaurs, sadly.
Oh dear.
Like when you can't get people in, it's really hard. And the sad part is when I go, they're always full. It's not like there's not a demand for it.
Yeah, it's part of comic book shops is it's an experience.
Yeah, and we have like about 5 comic conventions in a year, and they're pretty busy. Like I've been to so many of them.
It sounds like some of them are still are just now getting permission to happen this year.
Yeah, I'm really hoping for that, because then like because I'll be in that little squeeze period where I'll have my big convention, and then be able to give people, say, come to my convention.
Yes.
That's what we're hoping for, to get that as a buzz. But I'll do whatever it takes, man. I want people to be able to come to be able to do these events. I'm like, even if things open up, that it still won't be the same. We won't be able to get all the numbers that we've been seeing before.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this would be like, I think we're gonna see like virtual things happen through the years, or not. I'm like, it may be like a small staple until we're able to get everything at full capacity, but I'm being a little optimistic. I hope that we can get cons open again.
Yeah, me too. Not my monkey child. They were never designed to be moved around. Hey, welcome, Simon.
Oh, hey, Sam.
Hello, everyone. Hello. Yeah, so I mean, I love the ability for them to be portable. I mean, obviously, you're not wanting to move it every day or several times a day. You more or less will find one static place to put it and keep it there. But if you absolutely have to move it, like if you need a vacuum under it, then you might need to move it momentarily. But what I like about your guys' product is that you guys throw in tons and tons of games, not only for the console that you're selling, but also you include arcade games. And that's really trippy and significantly adds to the value. I mean, what you guys have is like at least easily 3 or 4 times the quantity of games that I would find like at my local shopping mall. So like the shopping mall will have, it'll look like a classic NES 8-bit console, but it'll have like 50 to 100 games on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's more or less it. And of course, what adds to the quantity of the games is, the sequels. Several versions of Super Mario Brothers, 2 or 3 versions of Contra, a couple versions of Donkey Kong, and things like that. But if I remember, your guys' consoles and stuff exceed 1,000 games on them.
Yeah, I think we're close to 5,000 on the arcade machine.
Whoa.
We use a bigger board than these ones.
Uh-huh.
So, well, bigger as in it has more memory, so
Okay.
it fit more. But with these ones, I think the special casing for it is the smaller board.
Nice.
For people that don't know the different types of board, there's all sorts of boards out there, but we went with the board that works for us, and we're hoping to get more out there, and we're eventually gonna hopefully be able to do them in larger quantities. So we do them in larger quantities, we're getting discounts, so we're gonna be able to upgrade on better joysticks and buttons, and get them at the same rate that we're paying for them now.
And I know it's mainly your brother who does all the programming and stuff. Does your brother find it challenging with so many thousands of games to support? Like some games are more on the simpler side, so they'll only require like a joystick and or a directional and a couple push buttons. But then other games are going to be more complex, so they'll require 6 to 8 or more buttons, as well as a swivel joystick and a D-pad. Is there much difficulty in doing all that mapping for all these different games?
Most of the games we have, it's just the buttons and the joystick, so we have the maximum amount of buttons for those said games. So they'd be able to play virtually any games that has the amount of buttons. So
nice. And on the standing cabinet arcade that has like 5,000 plus games, did you say you'll customize it for the customer? So you could either have a single player arcade cabinet, or you could install a second set of controls so you have 2-player functionality.
Well, the current one we have is a 2-player one, so we could get that. We're eventually looking at doing the tabletop one with 1 to 2.
Oh, tabletop, as in like Pac-Man?
Yeah, like the ones that they have. We're trying to get those out because those are pretty popular right now. I've seen them everywhere.
The
But
kind
right
that
now what we have in stock is the full size cabinet with the 2 controllers. We already have the huge screen TV. I think it's 40 inches, and we're looking to have that be the screen for our 4 joystick thing. So we're hoping to get the Ninja Turtles game set up.
ooh, nice. Not My Monkey says, I would kill for a Battlezone arcade machine. Battlezone. That ring a bell?
I've never played that one before, but it sounds fun.
At first I was thinking a tank game, but you're not referring to Battletoads, are you? Battlezone. Makes me think of a tank game, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, so you got a huge range of game consoles that you're offering to rent. Oh, you know what? I meant to ask. So, in terms of scooping up all these great deals on cabinets and our pinball machines, do you own a warehouse or something where you store all this stuff? Or
We have a storage. We're looking at moving things to where our third party rents them out. So we'd be paying a lot less. We'd actually be paying every time it goes out. So instead of paying per month, however much it is, we only get charged every time this goes out. So every time a machine goes out, they take their cut, we take our cut, and I'm not paying anything extra. And I'm like, well, sure, that's a bit of money, but I don't have to worry about the headache. So
yeah, that's a good point.
we're looking to get at that. We're also looking at my dad's been talking about, he knows a lot of people that have the those trailer trucks that bring in all the merchandise and all that.
Uh-huh.
Huge trucks. Well, he has the back end not attached to anything, and it's like all insulated. We're looking at housing those for then, and then being able to build them all year long. Because right now, once the cold weather sets in here up here, we're not able to make them anymore. Because we make them outside. We bring all the wood out. We get them outside. We cut them up, put them together, and then you put the parts in. And when the parts freeze, they're not that great. Even down here, it's a little cooler it's like a little chilly down here in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
Noticing that I had to let my machine warm up a bit. I have to give it 5-10 minutes. Else I was noticing that I was getting a lot of things getting stuck, the mechanisms weren't were getting stuck. There's a gun cannon on the Terminator, and it would not shoot. So I'm like, okay. And then after once I took the ball out, fixed it, it was playing like that. So I'm like, I wonder if that's the problem. So I let it warm up, and then I started playing it, and I noticed there wasn't any issues. So a lot of the cold does affect these things.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So people, if you're getting them in your house, I highly recommend letting it warm up first. You'll have a lot less issues. Let it warm up. Don't jump on it right away. Let it warm up, because it's gone from cold to warm to cold. You don't want to boot it up right away. So that's still advice for people. Because these machines are very electronic. It's got a lot of those computer parts. So
here's something I've always wondered, especially with your guys' setup. You got a more or less a motherboard with memory on it. Is it encased in anything like a plastic or wooden enclosure before it's put inside the install?
Oh yeah, this one is the case, one of the cases where a mini console case, but the other case is just like a case that it goes into, and then it plug into I could even if I didn't want it to be in a cabinet, you just plug that case, plug it right into the TV, and you could set up with buttons. You could set up your buttons on there and play that way. But people like the the cabinet itself.
Right.
But
yeah, I think in traditional arcade cabinets, the motherboard and the circuitry are all exposed with all the wiring, and everything is just mounted on standoffs, and then all the wires connect to it. And then that way, whenever a technician needs to open it up, they just immediately start working on it and testing it and all that stuff.
On the boards are so much huge. The board I have, I need to plug it into one of my machines. It's like about this big.
Ooh.
Like I'm holding it like this. I'm like, holy crap, this is a big board.
So, as a consumer of one of your arcade cabinets, would it ever need? Do you anticipate it ever needing to be like opened up and then like hit with canned air or something in case dust somehow gets in there and settles on the electrical components?
Yeah, well, I do recommend like any maintenance with any electronic device will prolong the life of it. Like I'm learning on doing maintenance on this thing. Like a couple of months ago, I had to screw like one of the the holes that they fall into, the balls. It was coming loose. So I actually had to get in there. It's all about doing small basic things. So I'll dust this thing and fix the play field and it'll play so much better. Like
Not,
just doing those little maintenance things, like nothing like you don't have to be a tech, just watch a couple of videos and you might be able to do it. But
yeah. I mean, you like with today's PCs, like PC towers, for example, it's harder to do so with laptops because everything's crammed in so tight. But with PC towers, it's still a good idea. Maybe once, twice a month, just open it up, hit it with canned air, hit it with a little vacuum to prevent dust buildup, especially on the memory chips, because any buildup of dust is going to cause electrical interference and possibly even cause shorts. Let's see. So in terms of Battlezone, it's like tanks with linear graphics. You know your stuff. My background's in IT, computer tech support, and I grew up a gamer, so I know some stuff here and there. Yep, the monitor boards are extremely fragile on arcade machines. Now my monkeys was telling us all about all these wild, crazy consoles he grew up with. I probably mentioned it in one of our previous streams together, Shinobi. But I started on, in terms of consoles, I guess I started on the Atari Pong, where it was a standalone unit with two dial controllers, and you plugged it directly into the back of your TV. And you had like 4 or 6 versions of Pong.
yeah. I had the Atari that was a computer. You had the computer monitor, and then you had the thing, and then you put floppy disk in it.
Yep. Some people I knew had the Atari 2600 console, but I skipped that one. We went to a system called the Intellivision 1. And it was kind of the funniest thing because I don't know if any of the games that you have loaded on your consoles include Intellivision games. But
I know they have the Atari games. Like I was playing ET for the heck of it. And I'm like, oh god, this game is impossible.
yeah, oh man, that was one of those games known to be virtually impossible. There was like some secret room or whatever you had to go into, and then you had to find this precise hidden door where you grab an item or something. Otherwise, you couldn't pass the game. It was pretty crazy. I never took the time to play ET, but with the Intellivision, it had these controllers rather than a gamepad like you see nowadays on most consoles or a joystick. It had basically what looked kind of like a remote control for a television. And then it had a coiled wire connected to it, like the coiled wire you'd see on an old-fashioned telephone, landline. And it had buttons like 1 through 9 or something like that with asterisk and pound sign. And you use those buttons on the keypad as well as these side buttons on the sides of the controller. And I think there was a disc at the bottom too. And It was a fun system, so much so that we went and got the Intellivision 2. After that, we got the Nintendo 8-bit system, the NES. You know, we were fortunate as kids to get the. I don't remember if we saved up for it or if our parents just treated us. I think we saved up for it, but we got the complete system, the original NES with Robbie the Robot and the laser
Oh,
gun,
nice.
Hogan's Alley, and Duck Hunt, and this game that worked with Robbie the Robot, which was like some pipes game. And then after that, let's see. Believe it or not, we actually skipped most of the other systems. And then we went to, of all things, Atari Jaguar.
Okay.
Oh, do you have to go soon?
Yeah, I have to get going soon. I have to put the little one. She has homeschool for the rest of the year.
Oh my gosh, the rest of the year? Wow.
Well, that's what they're saying. Like, my coworkers are like, yeah, I don't think we're going to be going back to school. I'm like, oh, well.
Well, on the plus side, it means that your kid doesn't have to wear stupid masks at school.
Oh, God.
But on the other hand, it might make your work schedule a little more challenging, so that you have someone to watch the kids. And
I don't really have a work schedule. If no one calls in sick, I don't have a job. So
yeah, well, there you go.
that's why I've been working nonstop on this stuff.
Oh my gosh! Now my monkey started with the VIC 20. Whew. Now my monkey says Super Mario 64 and GoldenEye are probably my two favorite home console games of all time. I have
GoldenEye for the 64. I got Donkey Kong. I got the pod racing game.
Oh yeah.
So much fun. I played it. I think it's still on my channel, but like I was playing some of the games. I was playing Zelda, and I got flagged right away. And I'm like, what? How do all these other gaming channels get away with it?
Yeah, I know. Really?
Yeah, they flagged me for Samurai Jack too. I'm like, what?
Dang, really?
Yeah, I just did the gameplay upload, and I'm like, it's a walkthrough.
Wow. I bet you they got you for Zelda because of the music, right? Because it's so unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
like
classic.
If anything, I'm promoting their product. They should be paying me.
I know. That's what they should be doing with all these smaller YouTube channels. Doesn't make sense.
Like some of my videos, they get quite a bit of views on them. So
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, one of my favorites, even though it often scared me to death to play it, was on the Atari Jaguar. They had Alien versus Predator. And you could play either as the Space Marine, the Alien, or the Predator. And so it was trippy.
I think Half-Life is a game that gave me nightmares.
I can imagine. That was a very popular game.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they turned that into like a movie or something.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? I'm surprised they haven't.
Yeah, you think with them running out of ideas.
Yeah, I know. They're always running out of ideas. So let's see. Real quick, Ottawa VCON. Check out that link that's in the description of this video, and also in the link that I just dropped. We're looking at Ottawa VCON 2021, August 28th and August 29th, which is Saturday and Sunday, from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Visit the link, mention whether you're going, interested, not going, and you can invite others. Highly encourage you to do that. 8-Bit Shinobi's constantly got uploads to his channel where he has interviews with some of the guests who are going to be at Ottawa VCON. And
Yeah, we're hoping to get some more guests come, so fingers crossed. I can't disclose that yet because I don't want any certain people messing with that. So
yeah.
so we're talking to 2 more people potentially coming, and we're hoping we could pull it off. And anyone that buys a ticket, are gonna be able to win like signed stuff. If we're able to hit our 20,000 mark, we're gonna get like the art that goes on the arcade. We're gonna send that out, get it signed, put that art on the cabinet, and you're gonna have a signed cabinet.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yeah, people, sign up to the mailing list. It helps us out a lot. It lets us know how many people we got interested. You get updates on all our contests and all sorts of cool stuff. And that's like what the platform looks like. You see how you could bounce between the different tables over there, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it simulates a convention, like you said.
Yeah, that's what my whole thing about that is. I'm like, people are just doing these half an hour conventions just with guests, but I'm like, a convention isn't a convention unless I could get some sort of comic book or merchandise that I can't get anywhere else.
Yeah, exclusive convention exclusives.
Yeah, there's like so many things like video games. I wasn't that like when I was a guest at Fanaticon, we got some PlayStation 2 games that were hard to find, and the guy gave us a deal. So I'm like, some people say, oh, it's expensive to buy a ticket to these things, but you're getting things that you can't normally get. Like as a collector, I love that. And you're supporting your community.
Yeah, true. How much time do you have basically? Do you just have a couple minutes, or do you have to really get going now?
Oh, I have to get going soon.
Okay, I wasn't sure if we had time to watch the trailer for Ottawa VCON.
I gotta get going. So.
All right, not a problem. Everyone, check out the. Oh, you know what? Let me drop you all the link here. Let's see, this one here. Check it out. This is the link to the Indiegogo. And there was one other link you shared with me. It was, I think it was showing me some gameplay or something. Ottawa VCON. Or is that your channel?
Oh, that's my channel. They could, it shows like videos of our guests, and they could see what the arcade cabinet looks like and all the buttons and joysticks.
Nice. All right, I'll drop that link too. So check out all these links. Sign up for the early sign up. On the Ottawa VCON 2021, what exactly is the purpose of this campaign on Indiegogo short of building a mailing list and drumming up?
So some people that just want to buy the shirts and the sign stuff and not actually go.
All right.
It's separated because if you want to buy the swag for the convention, you got to buy a ticket and then you buy the add-ons, right? Well, if you just want the add-ons here, you could come here and buy them.
Okay. All right. Very good.
It's like, if they want to just buy the all the arcade cabinets will be available on the Indiegogo. So.
Yeah. Not My Monkey said Alien vs. Predator on PC was dope. Yeah,
well, anyways, guys, I got to get going.
If I lived in the US, I would be there. I'm in the UK, so I just have to dream. But Not My Monkeys, you can attend Ottawa VCON online. Hey, do me a favor. I'm giving you the floor. Would you share with the world how you can be found on social media?
All right. Twitter is the best way to find me at HShinobi. I have all the links in my profile to like all my stuff, like all my contact information. So everything is there. I'm on Facebook, 8-Bit Shinobi. I'm also on YouTube, 8-Bit Shinobi. You could see all my video gameplays. I do some cocktail recipes. I've done the Szechuan sauce recipe. So if you're a Rick and Morty fan and you want to make that sauce, watch my channel. So we got a lot of cool things that you can make.
Awesome sauce. Awesome. Thank you so much for being on the show. Always a pleasure to have you.
No problem.
It's always a blast chatting about gaming and arcades and old school stuff. So you all know how to reach me. You know where to find me. So we shall call it a stream. Take it easy, everyone. Thanks to everyone in chat. Yeah, thanks to everyone in chat. Thanks to everyone who watches this on replay. Cool. Peace, chaps. And I'm going to continue also promoting it with Comicsgate because Ottawa VCON's an opportunity to sell some of your swag or extra books that you may have left over from your campaigns. Just get a table.
Yeah.
Right. Take it easy.
Care.
Have a great one. Bye.
Final guest is the only person below White Holiday in the Comicsgate phone book. It's my favorite failed clone of Peter Sameti. The YouTube WyzGyz. How you doing? Welcome to the show.